Nice.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about.
The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another episode of the Sports Port. I am your interim host for the day, Tony, and we have Riley over there at the producer's desk. That's right. It's a Tony and Riley show. How you doing today, Riley?
I'm doing great. Let's go.
Dude, let's freaking go is right. You look good over there. Hope you feel good.
I do.
Super stoked for today's episode. We do, as I mentioned, have Brian on assignment. However, he will be videoing in momentarily, dude. I'm sure he's super stoked. We're going to break down where he's at. What is he doing? Why is he not here on the desk, dude? I mean, it's a Thursday morning. Like, what is Brian doing? So I mean, without further ado, let's just bring him in, man. Let's just bring the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Barnaby. Oh, wow, dude. Bringing
Hello,
the
America.
Good morning,
Brian. I am at Mohegan Sun. Just had some breakfast. Hash a go-go is the name of the only breakfast restaurant they have here. And I know this is one of those things, Tony, that's bullshit. But they used to have a really good buffet here, but they did away with it after COVID. So that's the only breakfast spot.
Oh, my God. No buffet at all?
Listen, first of all, let's preface this by saying we're on the same page. I know you always like to look for arguments here. But the buffet used to be really good, but nothing tops the Borgata buffet. I've never had a better buffet in my life. But at the same time, it used to be only $10 here.
Oh my God, we're $10 for a buffet?
Like decent quality too, not like some cafeteria bullshit.
Jeez, what's the Borgata's like 50, isn't it?
I mean,
35?
I don't know. I haven't been there in a little bit, but I know it's creeped up over the years. But I know all day it was $30 for the breakfast. I never went for dinner.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
You were more of a dinner over there, or?
No, we never went to the buffet. Maybe once when I was a kid, but it was like
you haven't even been there that much. I was thinking you've been there like religiously.
To the buffet.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, buffet, again, it was always just like maybe breakfast in the morning buffet or like a late. Like breakfast into a little bit of lunch at the buffet, but never dinner at the buffet. I couldn't tell you when, because dinner was always like Metropolitan or the Noodle Bar, or we would go to the Wolfgang Puck's. Dude, Wolfgang Puck's was a big dinner restaurant for us. The Borgata, the burger, the souffle, the steak fritters. Oh God.
Yeah, because I just went to. There's one at Foxwood, Wolfgang Puck, and of course the prices, but very good place. So.
Dude, I love Wolfgang Puck. Dude, great chef, man. He's got a lot going for him.
Chef.
He really is phenomenal chef, dude. He's got that accent too. You can't even understand what he's saying half the time.
That's how you know the food's good.
That's how you know it's good, dude.
You know what was ridiculous though? Oh no, sorry, go ahead.
No, what's ridiculous? Tell me what's ridiculous.
No, so I get my breakfast. And I wanted the combo. Knew it was too much to eat all of it, but just with breakfast sometimes you want eggs, but you kind of want pancakes too, type of deal.
Yeah.
Or French toast. So I got like this bacon omelet, but then French toast as well. They give me the French toast in a pizza box.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's like the container that they literally this was what the French toast is.
Oh, man.
The container that they put the eggs in, I mean, it seemed like it would be big enough, but they fried the bananas and put them on top. But I didn't even honestly eat the bananas. I kind of just like French toast, syrup, butter, pecans, Tony. How about pecans in the French toast?
No, I do enjoy pecans, dude. Pecans are good. You know me with the French toast and the pancakes. I keep it simple there in that department, dude. But what's the name of this place again that you got breakfast at?
Okay. Actually, I have the bag.
Corned beef hash a go-go.
What a name!
Look at it with the bag.
Yeah, it's hash a go-go.
Wow. What did you like? Did
Hash
you cook hash as well?
No hash, but it did come with potatoes. But the breakfast potatoes, you have a couple, then you're kind of like over it.
It's those seasoned potatoes like that.
Yeah, but the biscuit was really good. Love biscuits. Never have them, but they're so good.
See, I think biscuits for breakfast, there's no place, dude.
Yeah, I kind of know what you mean, but I did always like. Did you ever used to go on road trips to Bob Evans, like on your way going down south? It's like a diner place, but they always would give you unlimited bread, and the biscuits were just ridiculous. So I've always really liked them just because of that, a nice fluffy biscuit. And I'm sure basically what you're saying is you allow it for dinner, but breakfast, stay away a spot, get the toast.
Yeah, I hate when people make a sausage, egg, and cheese on a biscuit or something. And even honestly, for dinner for me, dude, I'll have a biscuit. I'm not. First of all, they're fucking filling as hell, dude. They're thick.
They are
biscuits and gravy though.
Biscuits and gravy. It's actually funny. I have had a southern. I forget what it was called, but there was this diner on Staten Island. The meal was Southern Eggs Benedict. And it was instead of an English muffin, it was biscuit with the gravy over it, egg, and a piece of fried chicken. It was really good, dude.
We mess with some of that. We got some comments here.
Oh yes.
Wow. Let's go. What do we got
here? We got Matt Ryan saying, "Hello, guys. Rep the company." He says,
"Matthew
Jets." Matthew, totally fucked me last night. By the way, on the Devils pick. Yeah, that's right, Matthew. You fucked me.
The Devils suck, Matthew. I told you, so I don't want to hear it. You lost to the Capitals. You're not even going to the playoffs.
Honestly, it's so disgusting. And you know what?
Hughes just lost another one of his teeth.
Yeah, he probably did. And we'll get more into it, but I have a few things to say about ESPN and covering hockey. So son of a bitch, Matthew Ryan.
There's a couple good commentators over there, though, honestly.
No, I love the commentating, but still, ESPN editorially.
Cameras. Give me the cameras, Tony.
The cameras, dude. Yeah, I will knock ESPN all goddamn day here.
All right.
Next comment, we have Josh B in the house saying, yo, remote shows. What up, gents? Hashtag rep the company. It's a rep DTV. Has a rep sports. As we have Michael, by the way, in the building on the food.
Michael.
On the food time.
His legs are spread wide.
It's a man spread.
Right, it's a man spread. Right.
Is he off camera today, or are we getting him on camera?
We could get him on camera, but currently off camera.
Currently off. Okay.
You're just rolling in, let him get settled down, the hash, go, whatever, No,
but you tell me, make me feel like I'm not the only one, Tony. Do you like having a little of both, not just the eggs, not just the pancakes? Or no?
I really do, but it's
too much. Obviously,
it really is too much, and it is the toughest decision for me sometimes.
Oh my god!
I'm sitting at a diner for breakfast, and I'm I really want pancakes. But then also it's I want eggs with toast and stuff.
I'm not a pancakes person.
No.
I'm a savory breakfast over sweet breakfast all the time.
So no French toast for you, Riley?
Never.
I'd go French toast over pancakes, and especially
French toast might be the best.
No.
It depends on the bread. Portuguese sweet bread.
Wait, what's the best, Tony?
Portuguese sweet bread? Well, I would say pancakes over French toast.
Oh, pancakes and the buttermilk, no toppings.
Buttermilk pancakes, very nice and simple, dude.
Chocolate chip?
Yeah, I'll allow chocolate chip. I like chocolate chip every so often.
Not too much.
No.
Half chocolate chip. Half chocolate chip.
And then some places they'll put a handful of chips in the middle of the pancake, and it's not even evenly out. And it's all right, dude. This.
Oh no, that's bullshit.
That is bogusness. How do you not realize? It's ridiculous.
The doofus himself.
Exactly. But Riley, if you could throw the ticker up on the show, if you go to banners, ticker up top. Just so people know when Matt Ryan, all the way on the top, when Matt Ryan wants to call in and explain to me why the Devils lost, he knows what number to call here.
Maybe it's because they're not that good, Tony, like I said.
Oh, yeah, they're really
Josh
not.
B
It's just Grand Rising the Michael, he said.
Oh, fellas, by the way, I haven't been outside yet today. Is it already nice and toasty already, Tony? You're tight, you're sweating
out there, dude. Yeah, ridiculous.
But does it feel pretty warm already?
Yeah, this morning wasn't too bad with the morning dew. It was cool, but it's gonna be 72 degrees, 70 degrees today.
I can't. This has never happened before. I'm so riled. I can't believe it's so random. I planned golfing like this weeks ago, and it just happens to be the nicest day left of the year.
Yeah, I think you blew it, dude. Honestly, you blew it for me.
I mean, what do you mean?
I don't know. So I wanted to enjoy a nice cold day. Yesterday was too warm too. I was sweating in class. Wore the freaking flannel because it would be cold. Sweating.
Wrong. You just
wrong
picked
decision.
wrong.
I did. Also, Josh B says Dominican breakfast is the GOAT. Mango con tres golpes.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tony, can you? Oh, he gave us the breakdown.
He did.
He did. First line, he comes in though with a
Yanni.
Let's go, guys. Another early start this morning. Damn Knicks. Shout out to the company.
Yeah, the damn Knicks.
Yeah, the damn
Welcome
Knicks
to the Boston Celtics, Lonnie.
Ho! Riley, the Boston guy, talking some smack. And then we have Josh B explaining the breakfast. Boiled mashed plantains. I do enjoy plantains, fried salami. That sounds real good. Fried cheese and a fried egg with pickled red onions.
That does sound
dude,
really
sounds
good. That
really
sounds
good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, let's go, Josh. Tomorrow show's at 10 o'clock. So bring all the boiled mashed plantains you got, dude.
But get the picks ready.
Also, yeah, bring the picks and the breakfast.
Lonnie wishing hello to all the comments.
Well, Lonnie's been doing that for the past few days. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But let's see. Much love. I always love that. Comment section is hot right now. I am hot. And so we're gonna go right now to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Mako Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle. Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
All right. Here we go. The NFL. It's Thursday. It's week 8. Wow, Brian. We're starting off week 8 here. We got a pretty intense game here on Prime Video. It's the Bucs. It's Baker. It's the Bills. It's Josh. It's Carissa Thompson. Take it easy there, Riley. Pretty intense game here for 8:15 tonight, dude, on Prime. I don't know. Honestly, dude, I think that this is probably going to be an absolute blowout in terms of the Bills. I'm going to be straight up with it. I think this could be one of the worst Thursday night games we're going to see this year, this season. I really think it's going to be just Bills all over the Bucs. Bills in the get right spot. Bucs in the just disappointing spot, I feel. I'll just put up some stats here. For Baker Mayfield so far, a little over 1,300 yards through the air.
Questionable with a knee, by the way, but I would think he will go.
Yeah, I would think he would go too. But again, I was going to mention like the knee questionable would definitely play a factor here in terms of him scrambling and being able to, avoid, some of the pass rush here. But, averages, 6.7 yards a throw, 65.2 completion percentage, 8 touchdown passes thrown here, 4 interceptions though. Has been sacked 8 times over the course of this season. So, has seen some decent protection, I would say. But a quarterback rating, where's the quarterback rating? Don't have it. ESPN blows it.
ESPN on the hot seat.
I thought we were all pro football reference, and hockey reference. What happened?
I am. Honestly, sometimes the pro football reference kind of burns me sometimes too. Because I think they don't update as often.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes they're not it's not updated. Like they don't update quick enough,
But I feel like though, there is the occasional snag, but for the most part, they are pretty good, I think.
No, they are great as a whole. Yeah, I would say, but sometimes like the football one specifically. And baseball, I love obviously great. Hockey also great. Sometimes the football though, it's just a little like Monday morning, like shit's not updated sometimes. Okay. So I sometimes that burns me, so I don't go to it. But now here we go, ESPN burning me here. Anyway, dude. So I don't know. I really just can't see the Bucs scoring much. And honestly, I can see like Baker just absolutely like lowering the shoulder, running the ball himself a lot, slinging the ball through the air. They can't contain him. I mean, I know like the Bucs defense could be good. They have who's that linebacker who I really like?
Levante David.
Is it Levante David? No, it's Devin White, dude.
Devin White is good as well. Yeah,
love Devin White. He's someone who gets down gritty, tackles very well. But again, I really can't see it being enough here to kind of contain the Bills. Yeah, I really can't.
There's one thing though, Tony, that you're not thinking about here, is the fact that the Bills. I know you're saying get right spot, but obviously. Are coming off a loss to the Patriots. Mm-hmm. The week before, they almost lost to the Giants. Yes. There wasn't some inept decisions. And then the fact, too, they're dealing with a lot of injuries. Dawson Knox is going to miss this game. And I know last week, rookie tight end, first round pick Dalton Kincaid stepped up. So that's obviously a loss for them. You got Damian Harris on injured reserve, as well as Daquan Jones, Matt Milano, and Tre'Davious White. That's a lot of guys on this defense to be injured. So I just think that changes the complexity of their defense. And I know, you speak of like Baker being injured, but the whole thing is, and I know Tampa, isn't great running the ball, but the Bills have been getting torched on the ground, averaging over 128 yards per game on the ground. So, you would think Tampa would be able to run the ball against them. And then, Godwin questionable, but, if he goes, Evans goes, he gets the ball to them, and then they're able to run the ball maybe a little better, than they have. This season, you look at it, they're only averaging 77 yards, per game on the ground. But, like I said, the Bills giving up 128. Their defense has been good, with the defending the run, averaging, giving up only 95.8 yards per game. So I know James Cook, has looked pretty good, as well as Latavius Murray. But I think, their run defense will bottle up this Bills, rushing attack. And, I think my whole thing here, we'll give our exact predictions, but I just think the 9.5 actually is too much. And I know it's overwhelming for the Bucs to go into Orchard Park, but I just think this is a different Bills team than what started the season.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. We've seen this Bills ever since the London game. They suffered multiple injuries in that game. You've seen Milano going out is a huge.
He was like the defensive captain.
He was. So, and we've seen since that game, the defense played bad. I mean, to give up that many points they did to the Patriots last week is kind of crazy. I mean, that offense is not great. And I do think, like you said, bro, I think they stick around here, the Bucs. I think it's going to be a close game. I do think the Bills pull it out, but I think this game's going to be closer than what the public may think.
The public.
Yeah, I mean, like I could see it being 7, but I also could see it being 3. So
yeah,
I think for bettors, there's definitely some value. Taking the Bucs, buy that half point plus 10. I mean, that seems like a pretty safe bet. Plus, imagine if you tease it. And I know technically, yes, the Bills could still blow them out, but I mean, I think if you had them plus 16, plus 17, I mean, you're looking pretty good there.
I say we get to some comments here.
Oh, really? Let's get to some comments, dude. Yeah. Let's do it, dude.
Matt Ryan coming in. I don't want to explain why the Devils lost.
You're going to have to, buddy. Accountability.
Lonnie hits him with a don't push no one cares. And
Tony bringing down the hammer.
Yeah. Matthew Ryan, better than Zach. Sorry, just had to mention it.
Oh, it's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
And then we got Greg coming in. First time, long time. I love to listen while at work. Great channel all around.
Wow.
Appreciate you, Greg.
Dude. Thanks, bro.
Let's go, Greg Storm. I love having you in the building, man.
The Storm.
Good to have you. And then Lonnie comes back in. Hello, Greg. These guys are great. These guys are greatness. That's
very nice of Lonnie to say. Lonnie, very nice this morning. Compliments flying from Lonnie. Always love that.
Yes.
So fresh off the appearance at the the outing for Alan Hahn, Michael K.
Oh, Lonnie was there.
Yeah,
I was.
Josh B.
I called a little bit on the radio.
Yeah,
it sounded pretty funny, dude. It's cool, honestly. Like Bart and Hahn, it really is. I mean, they stepped up a lot recently for me.
Yeah, no, me too. Because I used to think the power hour was too much, but now like it's okay.
But really, Bart has some great takes. And he really doesn't take any shit, honestly. And again, like you gotta have some respect for him being, an actual, he's a retired professional athlete here. So, he knows a lot more than most callers or at this point, like a lot of, radio personalities too. I mean, he's the guy who has the experience, and then Hahn is just great with him.
Han's a legend.
And like sometimes the shit that Bart says, they were talking about porn yesterday for a little while. I was like, oh my God, dude.
It was funny. When I was at the gym yesterday, I was watching the K show, and they had Greeny come on, and they were asking him about the whole Aaron Rodgers situation. He kind of walked it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, oh, well, I think by week 13 he'll be, practicing in some form. And as long as they're still alive for the playoffs and they determine, he's at a spot where he can move, that they're going to put him in the lineup. So he kind of like walked it back. Because remember, he was saying like, oh, he's week 12. He'll be in there. Like,
yeah. Sometimes Greeny gets a little ahead of himself, I will say.
But I think overall, I mean, you think about all the the sports personalities out there. I mean, I don't think he's bad. I think he's respectable.
Yes, no, I think he is respectable as well. All right, guys.
Couple more comments first, Tony.
Let's get down to business.
Comments.
Little fucking comments, Riley. Baker Mayfield would have
Jets, I think.
Jets.
Yeah.
In playoffs.
Well, you know what, Matt? First of all, spell check. Second of all, stop it. He would not.
Yeah, because, I mean, you look at it, I mean, hard not to argue that the results would be similar because, I mean, look at the weapons he has in Tampa. I mean, they're 3-3 as well. Evans and Godwin, I mean, that's better than the sum of what the Jets have, even though maybe Wilson's better than both of them, but the Jets don't have a number 2 receiver.
No, they do not. But still, I think it's going to be even worse. I think Baker has had like a shit year, dude. I think it would be worse.
I don't think it
we're going to talk about this in a second. Or maybe we could actually just talk about it now before we...
to the Eagles if he's your quarterback, dude.
A couple of things here. First, Michael also did say legends in Bitcoin to the moon, Barnes. Also, XRP, Bitcoin a little bit of a heater. Still have a lot to chase, but at least it's back on the way up. But I did text in the group yesterday. What do you guys think about Sam Darnold possibly getting a start this weekend for the Niners?
I mean, again, like talk about a get right spot for Sam Darnold. I mean, that's going to be ridiculous. I mean, I think he's going to come in, and I think it's going to be, I don't know. I think he's going to be conservative. They're going to play the game conservatively. Try to use the other weapons that the Niners have here. But I mean, I don't know, dude. At home, right? They're at home.
I was actually. Oh yeah, they're hosting the Bengals.
Yeah, they're at home against the Bengals. I think that it could be a good prove yourself spot for Darnold, getting the win, edging it out. Maybe capitalizing on some of the Bengals' mistakes. I think it could be good. Niners, by the way, so far, I understand it's Darnold starting, but they have not lost a game at home this season. So
I also think
go ahead, brother.
I mean, that offense it doesn't matter who's that. I think Purdy was awful last week. Like Purdy was not good last week.
I mean, I guess they did show though after the supposed concussion that he has, he threw 2 picks after that.
What's up with the doctors? They're supposed to spot concussions, and he's just
and then you have Stefania Bell on Twitter saying, "Well, every player, every injury is different, this and that." But I don't know. It seems like it's something you shouldn't mess up, and we've had a lot of data on it at this point.
Did you imagine he took a hit?
I didn't see the specific hit, but I just saw that kind of blurb on Twitter. But what I was gonna say too is though, what do you think about Darnold? He's still 26 years old. Obviously, was in 2 horrible situations with the Jets, with the Panthers. Do you think there's a chance for him still to kind of revitalize his career, almost like how Geno Smith has done?
I mean, I don't know. That's. I think it's a tough call. But at the end of the day, really, if you look at Geno Smith, there was, nothing that was really indicative of his comeback, I suppose, right?
That was 4 years after Darnold's age. Darnold's 26 and 30.
So, Geno was even worse. There were so many things, not even just about his level of play, but the locker room issues and stuff. it wasn't like a horrible look for Geno Smith. So, again, you look at that. Sure. If Geno Smith can do it, Sam Darnold can certainly do it as well. And I think that the tools he has surrounding himself in the Niners.
This could be
a pedestal.
This could be imagine he goes out there and plays awful with these weapons.
It's kind of do or die.
Dude, this is the best chance you're gonna have. Look at this is what I can do when you give me players around me, and this is it. If he goes out there, throws 3 picks and looks bad, I don't know if we see Sam Darnold again.
I don't know. I don't know. I just have this vision that he's gonna just carve it up. I just because he's getting good coaching for the first time in his whole career.
Very true.
I can see it.
I'm trying.
And then I'm sure San Francisco in a way almost wants to give him a start or 2 this year because they're committed to Brock Purdy. But if he has a really good start or 2, wins a game, he's gonna have really high trade value in the offseason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the supposed concussion play right now for Purdy. Looked like it was off a QB sneak.
A little out of pocket or no?
I would imagine this. Again, QB sneaks are kind of tough, but this guy, he's on top of the pile trying to push. Looks like a linebacker just comes in with his head down and just goes head-to-head contact and just fucking clocks him
in those situations.
Which hey man, you're running a QB sneak. Again, it's interesting. I feel like he kind of botched the sneak thing here, because I feel like normally a quarterback tries to get in between, two offensive linemen and pushes that way. But instead he was like on top. His head was exposed. The linebacker comes in flying to stop him. That definitely is the supposed play where he got the concussion, and it makes sense, dude. He comes in and oh gosh, dude, it's a pretty big hit to the head. But so that's kind of tough. And then I guess kept playing. I don't know. Again, like I don't really blame trainers, I think, for the day, like that game, to keep him in, because I mean, there's been times where I've had a concussion and I was like, I was totally fine.
Yes, yeah.
But I was like, they ask you like, what day is it? Where are you? Like, what do you remember? Like, what did you for breakfast this morning? That sort of deal. And you can pass all that. And as I go back out to play and I'm running for like 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden, like my head is just pounding. And then you're like, all right, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no, I mean, I think it's all situational. Other times the signs, should be pretty obvious.
It's different if it's like the Yankees organization with just Trot and Rizzo out there when you can't even see the fucking baseball. Like that kind of sounds like malpractice.
Hey, I said it to Michael this morning in the group chat. It's like you could worry about Cashman or you could go play your ass off. So that's what I'm hoping to see. No matter what the team is,
that's a great example for Rizzo right there. Yeah.
Even if you're not if you're concussed, guys. Not if you're concussed. Okay.
Anthony Rizzo, you can worry about Cashman, or you can just go out there and fucking play your ass off.
I mean, I'm just riled up that there's some Soto chatter for the Yankees. So
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that too. But let's bring it back a little bit, guys. All right.
Yeah, reel it in.
Final prediction here for the Bills Bucs. Brian, what do you got?
All right, so definitely gonna go with the Bills, but like I said, if we're talking about covering lines, definitely like the Bucs. Plus 9.5. Obviously, most people would just buy that to 10. And I think it'll be a back and forth game. I wouldn't be surprised either if maybe the Bills were down a field goal at halftime, but kind of seized control second half of the game. And I'm just trying to look here. So the total 43.5. I'm going to say it's going to go slightly over that. But give me the Bucs here. 28-21.
Oh.
I mean, not the Bucs, the Bills. Sorry, but I just said the Bills are going to win. Okay, I mean it was a little slip of the tongue, Tony. Okay, we've all had a couple of those.
Yeah. Oh my God. Riley, what do you got tonight on the game?
I think the Bucs keep it close. But like when I say close, like covering the spread close, like I think it's going to be around 6 to 8 points. But I think eventually the Bills come out on top, maybe a fourth quarter drive. They go down, score to go up by 7. So I do like the Buccaneers plus 9.5. But I do like the Bills outright to win this game.
This is when Tony says 43-7.
I was going to say 27-10 Bills. Just a dominance. All right. Bills are not, Bills are going to shut down, I think, Baker. We got the knee injury for Baker. It's questionable. He's going to be nursing that. I don't even know if he does go down who the backup for Tampa Bay is. So on top of that, I think, like I said, get right spot. I feel like I've seen it every other week. It's like he throws a bad game and he throws a great game. And again, I mean, like I just think Bills, pound for pound, they can score more than the Bucs. They have more tools. We're in Orchid Park too. I mean, I just think it's a recipe for an absolute clunker for Baker Mayfield and the Bucs here. And the Bills are dominant, dude. 27-10. Let's go.
It's just so crazy though that like we never know what version of Josh Allen we're gonna get.
I know it's kind of ridiculous, dude.
And
they have injuries and stuff, but I mean, he's gonna step up. Kyle Trask is the backup, by the way. Right?
Ooh.
Kyle
Trask for the Bucs, you're saying?
For the Bucs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If Baker goes down with the knee.
Okay, yeah. Well, if Baker goes down with the knee, then it's going to be a problem. But still, like I said, Milano and White on that defense, it's interesting. I mean, I think this could, just because of that alone, and I know, you always have a chance when you have a quarterback like Josh Allen, but those injuries alone might prevent the Bills from even advancing to the AFC Championship game. And it's been, you keep thinking this is going to be their year. This is going to be their year. I know a lot of Bills fans are kind of, fed up with McDermott. So, they don't make it to the Super Bowl again this year, or, God forbid, like losing the first round. I mean, I think he's out the door 100%.
Yeah. No, I think so too. And I know like it's tough dealing with injuries and stuff, but like you said, I mean, this has been like for the past 5 years, it's been like this is going to be the Bills' year, I feel.
And also, I mean, look at this season. Miami win was great, but you beat the Commanders, you beat the Raiders, and you beat the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so inconsistent. I just feel like he has so much talent, but it's just like you said, Brian. Like, which version are you going to get?
Yeah,
you never know.
I mean, look at Week 1 against the Jets.
Yeah,
horrific.
Yeah, and obviously I got to see actually what week this is specifically, but with those injuries to the Bills defense, I mean, I really would not be surprised if the next time they play the Jets, which will be the 19th of November, even though obviously they have the advantage being at home, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets swept them, which they haven't done in quite some time.
Led by Zach Wilson.
And I think we talked about this the other day, but the opponents that they have down the stretch, are really tough too. So it's crazy to even think about, but I don't even know if it's a lock that they make the playoffs. I mean, sure, push comes to shove, I'm going to say that they're in, but I don't think it's a guarantee.
I mean, I'm just going to pull up the standings here. Let's see.
I think Miami, Tony, ends up winning the division, right or no?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I'm looking at their schedule right now. The Bills the rest of the year. I mean, they got Bengals, then they got to ease up with the Broncos. The Jets beat them, so who knows? Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Chargers are a good team. They lost to the Patriots and they finished the season with the Dolphins. So the end of their season schedule is really difficult. We'll see.
I mean,
and right now they're in the last wild card spot in the AFC. But right now the Jets aren't in and the Bengals aren't in. So maybe the Browns fall out of it depending on what happens with Watson. But this is going to be a dogfight.
I know, and I'm looking again. Look at those next 8 games here. Let's say they go 4-4.
Yeah, is that good enough to get in?
They'll be 8-7.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna come right down to the wire. But yeah, I don't think there's any chance they're winning the division, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets end up having more wins than they do.
Oh my God, I know the Jets will, dude.
Wait, Will or Wilson, Tony?
They will Wilson, dude. All right, let's move on here. I've had about enough of football, I think. So let's go now to the world quickly. National Basketball Association.
The Bulls go! LeBron James at the buzzer! He banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game!
I have to say.
All right, Brian. What do you have to say, Brian?
I really enjoyed. I watched almost the whole Celtics Knicks game, and I have to say, really enjoyed it. You look at the total, only went to 212. Obviously, the Celtics win by 4, 108-104. But it was back and forth. Both teams seemed like they had seized control. Cool to see Porzingis' debut as well. I think the Celtics are going to be a much improved team this year. I know they lost Marcus Smart, but Drew Holiday, even though he didn't have a great game last night, I think he's going to make a big impact. And then Porzingis, I think there's something to be said about everywhere else he's been needed to be a top 2 guy, maybe top 3. Yeah. For them, I mean, a 4th option. He has no pressure on him, and I think he's going to thrive.
Yeah, and I think you saw that last night. I think it was the best debut, right?
Most points by a Celtic in their debut.
Which is pretty intense. And then Tatum, I mean, looks like he got even bigger in the offseason. I mean, it looks like he's in great shape. Dropped 34 points last night. Huh?
You're saying he's jacked?
He's looking pretty yoked, dude. Would you not agree?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's always been kind of pretty cut.
I will say his efficiency last night. I mean, Jason Tatum can even take another big step. Like his efficiency last night, the way when we needed a basket, he got a basket. And the thing about Porzingis is, 30 points was great. I was pumped. Like that felt great to have finally a center that can do that. But the way he spaces the floor now, teams used to be able to double Tatum. Now you see he spaces the floor. These teams can't double Tatum. He passes over to Porzingis, he can shoot threes, he can go to the paint. He changes our offense even when he never touches the ball. So it was outstanding to watch. And I think for a team that has 2 new guys in their starting lineup, they haven't even started to mesh, and to fall behind by 6 late in that game and still show like grit to come back and win that game. Like, I am very excited about this team. Like, pumped up.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the road too in MSG. So that's not you. I mean, dude, oh my God, the freaking callers yesterday, ESPN radio about the Knicks. You don't know, this is New York. I'm a Knicks fan for life. Like, you know, it's not an easy place to come into.
Tony, I have a hard time believing somebody sounded exactly like that.
Dude, I swear to you,
like
dude, like literally this guy was like, you don't understand. I grew up in the streets of New York. I've been a Knicks fan all my life. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, like
but 2 things that stood out to me. I mean, you look at the Celtics, 3-point percentage was only a tick over 30, but they dominated in the paint, 42 points in the paint to the Knicks 24, and then got the job done at the free throw line, shooting 84%. The Knicks missed 12 free throws, lost by 4 points, 53.8%.
Fantastic.
You can't win many games shooting that from the stripe.
yeah, what's the deal with that, dude? Like, are they just losers?
No, we were playing really good free throw defense.
Will you stop it, Ryan?
I don't know what you want me to say.
No, but I think some of the players on the Knicks, I didn't have like, actually, I mean, let's go to the box score here. But one guy that stands out is like, I feel like Julius Randle is a very inconsistent free throw shooter. So let's see who missed the free throw. So Randle was 1 for 5 from the line.
That's not good.
And then, you look at 0 for 2 for Robinson, 0 for 1 for Brunson, 0 for 1 for Grimes, and then Hart and Hartenstein split a pair. So it was kind of spread out. But
Randall, 5, you know, let's blame it all on Randall.
He didn't have a good game. He missed 17 shots.
This is when Mike, burst through the door. Yeah.
I don't know, but I do think that I know, like I just said, I know he didn't have a good game. He missed a few free throws, but at the same time, I think Randall also is still pretty good and isn't like a reason as to like he's holding the Knicks back. I don't buy that. Because I mean, last year, what did he average? 25 and 10? How many guys are doing that?
He's a great player.
No, that's very true.
I did think he was forcing his shot a little bit early in the game. I think he started. I forgot what he started, but it was not great, like 2 for something. And I thought he was forcing his shot a little bit, like trying to get to his spot too much, especially against like Drew Holiday, good defender, maybe trying to draw a foul too much. Brunson missed some shots open early in the game. So, I mean, as a Knicks fan, you can look back and look at that and be like, we played great defense. We stuck close with this team. If we made free throws, we'd probably win. I mean, as a Knicks fan, you got to be happy with this performance. I truly think.
I do feel like Michael's saying the same thing that he's been saying, not a championship team, going nowhere, trade Randall, pick up Bol.
Michael loves Bol.
That type of ordeal. But I don't know. I mean, I just think, this is the first game. Let's see what happens. But I think I was saying this yesterday. If they get off to a pretty good start, I could see them making a move, maybe around deadline time to get somebody that's really talented, maybe Embiid. I know he was kind of sour on Embiid, but I think when you can acquire somebody that's like an MVP, that's still in their prime, I think you can't pass it up regardless of
the package.
So, do you think at this point, like, what are the Knicks? Are the Knicks playing for that? Are they playing to be in a good position at the trade deadline to make a trade and then push for the playoffs?
Well, I think without a trade, they're expecting to make the playoffs. But I think, they would feel that if they did get Embiid, they would have as good a chance as anybody. And Riley, I think, was asking about a trade package. You would think, RJ would have to go back, maybe RJ, Randall, and, a couple picks maybe would be.
If this team stays the same, I think they could even be up to a 4 or 3 seed.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's like the Jet fan. Same thing with the Knicks. They're just tired of that. Even though it would be a stepping stone to make the Eastern Conference Finals this year, not good enough. They feel like they've been waiting too long. But I think sometimes you need progression.
Yeah.
Josh
And it's
B.
like, oh, yeah, let's get to what Josh B says. Knicks make free throws. They win that game. He also says that Randall is awesome until there's 3 minutes left in the game. Then he becomes an idiot for some
he
reason.
just becomes an idiot.
I mean, that's not good, though. You know,
Yeah,
it's
you
not.
don't need
Then
that.
that means like he's not that good.
Well, I think at the end of the game, Jalen Brunson should be your decision maker with the ball, like, not
Yeah.
Julius Randle. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
love him.
I know
And-
Ryan was happy with the performance of the Knicks last night.
I mean, I was.
Well, you said you should be happy, but I mean, you know, it's a tough loss, I think, for sure. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, with things getting kind of sour over there in Philly, I mean, they would be kind of stupid not to, I guess, try and get Embiid, you know?
Yeah, even if it's Barrett, Randall, and like Grimes or Quickly, I think you just have to do it. And I think they still have enough guards there because DiVincenzo, he didn't score last night. He only played 15 minutes. He's going to be a big part of this team. So I think they're strong at guard. And you know, if you could get Embiid on this team with Mitchell Robinson, you're going to have the best defensive front court in the whole league.
Yeah. I mean, do you think, honestly, a percentage that Embiid even want? I mean, I feel like Embiid wants to come to a team that has more tools, though, more players.
But you think about Brunson, DiVincenzo, Hart, and you keep one of Quickly or Grimes, and then you still have Mitchell Robinson and Embiid. I mean, I think that's a lot of talent.
And Emmanuel Quickly.
Brunson, we forget Brunson was unbelievable last year.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was a great pickup.
I mean, if Embiid comes over, I don't think, like, say Embiid comes over right now to this team, you could argue talent-wise that they are, like, better than the Sixers. So he'd be better if he's there already. They come over and they're better than the Sixers already. That jumps them into like Bucs, Celtics, Knicks territory because I don't think the Heat. I mean, I hate the Heat, so this is biased, but I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year. I mean, even last year they were an 8 seed. So
right.
They looked awful last night, and I think the Knicks. I don't know. I like the Knicks. I think they're going to take a step forward. I think it's more patience. Like I don't know about rushing into Embiid. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think it just depends what it is. But I just think he's going to want to get out of there. You have an opportunity, you make it happen, and you worry about the rest later. And God forbid I say, I don't know. They have to trade away a couple guards, forwards. Evan Fournier works his way back into the rotation. I think I get it. He's so bad defensively, very inconsistent, but he can make 10 threes in a row. So I just think there is a place for him on any team just with his shooting off the bench. I don't know.
What did Lonnie just say?
I missed it.
I was just looking at that.
So Matt Ryan comments at Lonnie, you're a huge NBA fan. Then Lonnie says, is a pig's pussy pork, Matt?
Speaking of a tight one.
Tony, that was just like saying, does it bear shit? We've all heard that type of phrase before. Come on.
No, I've never heard that in my life, actually, that one specific.
I've never heard that one, but I knew right away.
I've never heard that.
That's a new one for me.
I think Lonnie.
It's a new one, but I mean, I picked up on it.
What's the usual one? Like, what's the one?
Does it bear shit in the woods?
Does the Pope wear a hat?
Yeah.
Like, that's a good one.
Does Tony have a stash?
Lonnie, I will say, I'm going to use that one.
Pig's pussy pork?
Yeah.
That sounds like you like pig pussy, too, though. Like, that's not cool. Like, you're eating pig pussy.
Now, the more I think about
You like
it,
eating that, dude?
well, I kind of forgot about the pig. Yeah. No, he's right.
You like eating that?
No.
Riley, did you catch any of the Spurs Mavs game last night?
I did. I'll tell you what, that team, if I was a Spurs fan, I would be excited for the future. Yeah, they lost, but the electricity in that building, Wemby played. I mean, he had so much hype. He had a great debut.
He did.
For 40.
Only played 23 minutes.
Yeah. Like, what do these people think? He's going to go, like, have a crazy career game. His first game, he played solid, blocked Kyrie. This kid Vassell on the team is very good.
Yes.
They have, what's the kid with the blonde hair? I always forget his name. But he came in last year, played well. I mean, this team has a lot of young players coming into the rotation, coming into the fold that have a lot of promise. Now, on the Mavs side of things, that team, I feel like, is like all over the place. Like, you have Kyrie and Luka, two ball dominant guards. I don't even know why they made that. I don't know why that ever would work out. I love Luka, though.
They won last night, though.
They did win last night,
Okay.
but you're playing
Grant Williams, though, I think was a good pickup as well.
Yes. Grant Williams was a great pickup. He's a cornball, but he's a great pickup. And then this rookie center they have that played really well last night, Lively, I believe.
Yeah, Lively, 16 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah,
Lively the second, 7 for 8 from the field.
But it was a great game. Good watch.
And then also, I mean, I think Seth Curry's going to play. He only played 4 minutes last night. I mean, instead of having Hardaway, miss 9 shots, I mean, I would say give Curry. I mean, Curry's so high percentage. I don't know why you wouldn't want to play him more. But I think the Mavs thought process with Kyrie, not that I would have done it, is just the fact that, let's say Doncic has to miss some games or he's in foul trouble, that you could stagger them and at least you have like a top guard on the court at all times.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I got the Mavs making the finals, so.
What?
Yeah, that is true, Tony. I mean, but Kyrie does have a good playoff pedigree, so you never know.
Yeah.
But I was impressed with Wembanyama. I mean, I'm trying to think, have we ever had somebody that tall that's like a shooter and like passer? I don't think so, right?
Bol.
That moves like Wembanyama. No way.
No, not that I've known, but this is the moment when Michael comes bursting through the door.
I mean,
Bol.
I mean, we can't. There's no comparison with
the closest is
Wembanyama.
The closest is KD. He's 7 feet. He doesn't have as much height, but like he is 7 feet and moves and shoots. But no one at 7'4".
7'4". I mean,
it's crazy that Wembanyama 4 inches.
And you know who's actually becoming a nice player? And I didn't realize this. I actually picked him late in my fantasy draft, and last night he had 16.6 assists. Trey Jones, Ty Jones's brother, played at Duke under Krzyzewski. As a guard off the bench, I mean, Popovich is grooming him to be a really solid player.
No, yeah, he looks good. He's a good player.
And it's kind of funny too, because you think about these classic Spurs teams that had Parker, Manu, Tim Duncan, and even Kawhi, where they were defensive teams, but now it's like they're an offensive team, and maybe as they build this roster more, it'll turn more into that. But right now, it seems like their kind of strategy is just to outscore teams.
Yeah, starting to look like that last night.
Well, that's a good way to win,
Yeah. No, I mean, but I don't know. What do you think, Riley, in terms of them this year? Are they a 30-win team, a 40-win team? I mean, what do you think?
I mean, last year they won 22 games. I definitely see an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 8 games worth of improvement? I don't know. I mean, I'll go out there and make a take here. They could sneak in.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now that we have the 10 spots,
yeah, they could sneak into the play-in tournament. I mean, I don't think it's outlandish to say that. That I will say though, win or lose, this is going to be a fun team to watch this year.
Yeah. No, I'm really excited about Wembanyama. That's for sure. And one other thing I just wanted to mention here: short slate tonight. We got the Sixers
Brian
at the Bucs. We got the Suns at the Lakers. I think Milwaukee and Philadelphia both playing for the first time this year. Giannis, the contract extension, Lillard. I'm sure the Pfizer Forum, Tony, is going to be nuts tonight. So I think I think the Bucs will win this game by 10. I think high scoring game.
Wow.
125, 115, and I think Giannis and Dame combined for 65.
Oh wow, really?
Wow.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I mean, I really couldn't agree more with the Bucs winning. I mean, I think there's just so much hype coming in, obviously for the Bucs with Dame on the team now. And also just like, I don't know, seeing him and Giannis interact and even seeing what Giannis has said about Dame. I mean, it seems like they're buddy already. It seems that like their chemistry on the court should be like all-time high. So I think the two of them are going to gel really well. They're going to have just like a great body of work here tonight. I mean, I think they can combine for over 70 points, honestly, if you ask me. I don't think that's too far-fetched, 35 each, maybe like a 40 and a 33, something like that. And the Bucs just absolutely hammer the 76ers here. I don't know, maybe like 112, 105.
Yeah, I see this being a close game, actually. I think Tyrese and Joel Embiid combined for about 60.
Ooh.
And just because I think the Bucs are a better team. First game of the year, the Sixers have all played together. It's still going to take time for the Dame Giannis dynamic to shift out. But I will say take the over for this game. This game's going to be a shootout. There's going to be points all around in this game.
225.5 is the over.
I love it.
Love
love
it. Eat that up.
I eat
Bet
that.
the mortgage. I eat that like pig's pussy.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick question for you, Riley. I don't think we talked about this. But with the Bucs, theoretically, swapping out a Holiday for Dame, do you think that that's going to hurt them, down the stretch, just not having that stalwart defensively, at the guard position?
Well, I mean, it's a decision they wanted to switch out defense for offense. Where that hurts them out. I mean, is Dame a pushover on defense? No. Is he great? No. Like, I do think down the stretch of games, like if you want to keep Dame on the court, he's definitely going to hurt the team like late in games, like after 2 minutes if it's a close game, because they're just going to take advantage of him every time down the court.
Mhm.
But on the other end, like he can take advantage of anyone else on the other side. So I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I think Boston getting Drew Holiday was their worst nightmare. Like they wanted to trade him to Portland and then send him somewhere else. Him getting sent to the other best team in the East, I know they did not want that. So
wait, and I forget what that wasn't part of, that was a separate deal, or what was
they traded Drew Holiday to Portland in the Dame trade.
Oh, and then they flipped him. Okay.
Celtics traded Rob Williams.
Oh, so they got screwed on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the two of them play together. I'll definitely tune into that game later.
Speaking of the later game, dude.
I think that say that again, Tony?
Speaking of the later game.
Yeah, speaking of the later game, the Lakers, didn't look great in that season opening loss to Denver. You got Phoenix. Beal hasn't made his debut yet. Him and Booker not expected to play in this one. Obviously you still have KD, of course. And Nurkic, who looks pretty good, kind of taking over for DeAndre Ayton. But I don't know. I could see the Lakers still losing this game. I think 6 points is a lot. I know basketball, it's not like football with, 6 points. I guess it technically isn't that much, but I don't know. I didn't like the way the Lakers looked. I mean, are you confident, Riley, that they rebound here because, it's just Durant, or could you see this being down to the wire as well and KD, dropping 40, 45 points?
Yeah, I mean, Book being out is huge.
Oh, of course. He's so good. I mean, it's insane.
LeBron's on a minutes restriction this year, so he's only playing 29 to 30 minutes a game.
LeBron is?
Yeah, facts?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, he obviously plays down the crunch. He plays in crunch time plays. So, like, they picked his spots well. I do think maybe I think the Lakers are going to win this game. I think the Lakers do have some pieces. They have Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves. They have
Reeves is great.
Yeah, I love Reeves. What I think it is AD's the X factor for that team. Like
Right.
He scored 0 points in the second half against Denver. He's the X factor for that team. If he shows up, they win. Him and LeBron's dynamic. But I think tonight, just because no Book, no Beal, they probably get it done.
And one thing with him, and yes, certain times it's nice that he stretches the floor, makes the shots, but I just feel like why not just pound it to him down low? I feel like he's on the perimeter too much.
Yeah, he has a mismatch almost at every position. So I don't know why they don't take more advantage of that.
Because I don't know. I think him and LeBron in transition, and even, when LeBron's off the court, I think D'Angelo Russell and him, have some good chemistry as well. So hoping that they get the job done, but I don't think it's a certainty.
I agree.
I don't think they will, dude. LeBron seemed really like sour grapes after Denver, dude. Did you see they were he was talking mad?
Well, yeah, because they were talking shit and they were tight, and I think they were trying to make a statement game one in beating them, and obviously they couldn't do that.
I get it. I mean, you want to make a statement. I mean, the Nuggets are the team to beat. But I mean, dude, like fucking like at least be kind of like
I thought the Mavs are the team to beat in the West. Tony.
Yeah.
You said it, not me.
No, I did say it, but I was also kind of cornered into saying that. All right,
Wait, why were you cornered in?
Because remember, you guys were all making different picks for the finals, and you got to pick someone different. Because whatever.
And you had to take them.
Yeah, that was messed up. Anyway, I forget the point I was going to make.
LeBron, I don't know.
It's the first game of the season. Let's be somewhat cordial. I feel.
Yeah.
You know, like, am I wrong here? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
No. But one thing I will say, I mean, I know they ended up making it, I guess, to the Western Conference Finals anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lakers really buried themselves to start last season. I think they were 3-10.
Yeah, they were.
So I think you want to make it a little easier so you don't have to play catch up second half of the season. So you're playing a team like Phoenix, they're missing some of their top guys. You got to get the job done. So hopefully they do that.
Absolutely. And I'm sure we'll be coming at you tomorrow with the fresh recaps. But for now, let's move on to the world of the National Hockey League. Oh, Riley, you're blowing it. Go to Brand.
I got it.
Yeah.
Branding.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle quick. It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rink wide. Made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn. Side of the net. Between the legs and they score. Filthy. David Pasternak. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right. So not a big slate last night. One game for the NHL here. It was the Capitals at the Prudential Center in New Jersey versus the Devils. They fell 6-4 while trying to host the Devils there. A lot of scoring happened early and often. Schmidt got the nod last night for the Devils.
Schmidt.
Yeah, but about 6.5 minutes into the game, you had a goal, first of the season for Anthony Mantha. About 10 minutes later, followed up by a Dylan Strome goal. And at the end of the first period, you had Sonny Milano, Long Island's great.
Hey, Sonny, where are you?
Score, making it a 3-0 after the first period. Second period comes in. You have someone new in between the pipes. Excuse me. They end up pulling Schmid here, which I don't know. I guess I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like it's another example of like them
continuity in the goaltending position.
Yeah, they get too like slap happy with pulling their goaltender. Vanacek gets in there for the second period. Ironically,
doesn't do great either, right?
Well, I mean, he doesn't do great. Second period, he did okay. He wasn't challenged that much, but the Devils kind of woke up the second period, scored 4 goals in the second period. Again, 4.5 minutes in, Tyler Toffoli gets his 5th of the year already, followed up by 30 seconds later. Timo Meier scores. A minute after that, Nico Hischier scores. And then at the 10-minute mark, Toffoli scores his 2nd of the game. So in one period, they completely flipped the script here on the Caps, makes it 4-3. A very intense game, but third period comes up. Caps, I think, start the period on a power play. Dylan Strome gets his 2nd of the night to tie the game up. 2 minutes later, Connor McMichael takes the lead. And then, there was kind of a stalemate for the rest of the period until Ovechkin gets an empty netter to kind of seal the victory there. In what was a pretty tremendous game, 6-4 victory for the Caps. You think about how the Caps started their season. They were 1-3 here. 1-3-1, I guess, technically coming into this game. Very slow start to the year. Ovechkin kind of scored a little bit, but he hasn't been that X factor that you're kind of used to seeing him come out with each season here. And of course, we know the Devils, highly talented team, a ton of talent, a ton of youth, some veteran mentalities as well. They're a team that people talked about going to the Stanley Cup Finals this season. Kind of totally blowing it, honestly, in my opinion. That third period, it just wasn't good. In the game total, they got outshot 25-22. I mean, again, only 22 shots on goal for a team like the Devils. You're a very dynamic team where almost anyone you have on the ice at any point can score. So, I mean, you got to do a better job than that. Not many power play opportunities for them. Caps kept it pretty disciplined. But they were over 1 on the power play. That's fine. And of course, giving up a power play goal of their own, you'd like to see them maybe do a little bit better job. I know it's tough on the power play, but still, I mean, you got to get in there. You got to get more block shots. Only 11 block shots for the Devils. I mean, dude, you got to do better than that. You got to have like 20 block shots a game. I mean, you should have close to double that. You got to get bodies in the shooting lanes. I mean, like, especially on a power play, I mean, the Caps game plan is to get the puck to Ovechkin, like clog him up, get some bodies on him. He sure can be a physical forward. You have Dougie Hamilton can be physical as a defenseman here. Like, yeah, get bodies on the man. And I guess you did a good job. I think he had, he had a goal and assist, I think, for the game, right? That one goal being the empty netter. But I don't know. I think the Caps, Dylan Strome is really good. I really enjoyed him when he's on the Islanders. I know Lonnie probably did too.
Is he related to Ryan Strome or no?
Yeah, it's his brother.
Yeah.
It is his brother. Okay. And is he still playing or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ducks, maybe?
He was on the Rangers, though, right?
Yeah, he used to be on the Rangers.
Yeah. I want to say he's on the Ducks still. Let's see. Yeah. Anaheim Ducks.
Team sucks.
But I mean, I kind of said this before the season. I mean, what do you think? I know, like the NBA, obviously, we're a little further ahead than they are, but that maybe this might be a slightly disappointing season for the Devils, where they maybe barely sneak in the playoffs, losing the first round, or even possibly not make the playoffs.
I mean, I don't know. I can see potentially a first round exit. I mean, I think again, this is another season, where the Devils kind of fall, right, is going to be their experience. I mean, I think pound for pound, they're a more talented team than the Caps. That's for sure. But they could.
But it's like if you don't have Vanacek, contending for the Vezina, maybe it's a different team, because I think that helped them early in the year. He was lights out.
He was lights out, but you got to, like I said, you have to do a better job defensively, dude. I mean, you gave up 6 goals here, 3 off rip. Like, I mean, it's those are games in the playoffs that are much harder to come back to,
Right.
They're kind of fortunate enough where they were at home. It's early in the season that they do have they have a tremendous ability to score. You saw it in the second period, 4 goals in 1 period in a short amount of time too. I mean, they came out like absolutely firing out of that first intermission, and you love to see that from a youthful team. Not once did they feel like they were down and out, and they end up, they lost this game by 2 goals, but it really was a 1-goal game that entire third period there. But like I said, you gotta, like, they just seem kind of nervous on defense. You gotta have some more confidence in each other, I think, as a team. And like I said, you gotta start risking your body some more. You gotta just be blocking shots left and right, because there's nothing more, like, I feel like, that's annoying for a hockey team, like when you're trying to shoot the puck and there's just a body in front of you that's flying and you can't do anything about it. They're gonna start second guessing their shots, and they'll start making mistakes on offense, and you'll be able to capitalize. And that's what the Devils, I think, could have done better in order to win this game. But yeah.
Are we going to see the Rangers block some shots tonight? Edmonton, 9:00, Canada. Tickets starting at $34. Rangers -125 on the money line. Winners at 3 out of 4. And obviously playing Edmonton, sans Connor McDavid, under over set at 6.5 here. What are we expecting to see here, Tony? And no, because in all seriousness, I know Edmonton playing without McDavid, obviously that plays to our favor.
Hugely.
But you have a desperate Oilers team here at home, kind of backs against the wall early in the season. How do you prevent them from, getting off to a hot start, maybe getting Draisaitl and Kane going? And, you look at Shesterkin, save percentage in the early going, under 900. So how do you do a better job defensively and get the W tonight?
Well, I mean, you said it, Riley. Listen, without McDavid, I mean, the Oilers offense is going to be an absolute stall, okay? I think the Rangers defense, they're physical, they're quick, they play the man now, okay? They're playing the man, and they don't have to worry about McDavid. They're playing the man, dude. So I just think that between Trouba, Keandre Miller, I think our defense will shut down the Oilers very well.
Couple fights tonight or no?
Couple of fights tonight, I think easily.
Draisaitl.
Draisaitl, pissy, Evander Kane, dirty. These are going to get pretty fucking physical.
He hates him.
So I think that's going to add a lot to the game here. But like I said, I mean, the one thing the Rangers do well is that they block shots. They clog up shooting lanes. It's tough. I mean, you watch. I feel like they have probably one of the best penalty kills in the league right now at this point. Because of that, because those guys risk the bodies. You have forwards just sliding across the ice. And then on top of that, we've been speaking about the creativity, of the offense there from the Rangers here under Peter Laviolette. And I think Oilers, with their lack of goaltending, their lack of defense, and without Connor McDavid to help bail them out, I think this could get ugly quick. And if you want to make some money tonight, You'll put a few shekels up on the Rangers money line. Take the over as well. I believe the over-under is at a 6.5. I think the Rangers could score that on their own. So give me the Rangers here tonight. I'll say maybe 6-2.
Is it a Skinner spot tonight, you think? I mean, he's only had one start.
Let's check it out here.
Got hammered in the one start.
I know, which again would
no, two starts. Okay, but Campbell's 1-3. But boy, 814 save percentage. I know it's only 2 games, but Jesus.
Double checking here. Geez, all these games tonight, crazy. Stuart Skinner unconfirmed, but he's on the docket right now, dude.
He's gonna start.
He is gonna start. I mean, obviously, we know Sturkin is just certainly getting the nod here. For the Rangers, and I think it's going to be another, kind of a, you mentioned, underwhelming save percentage for him, but I think it could be a good get right spot. And like I said, dude,
wait, I forgot though. Did you say is it Campbell or Skinner, or they didn't?
Skinner so far.
Skinner, it is Skinner. Okay.
Yeah. And I think one thing that I really enjoyed, I guess, was that they're winning against Seattle. The Rangers just having the ability to take shots on the blue line. I mean, you saw Gustafson, Trouba. And you know about Adam Fox, his ability to slap some pucks from the blue line. And then Laviolette has been sending those defensemen down. You saw a lot of times Trouba, Ryan Lindgren even too in front of the net. Lindgren's a great physical player too. A great pairing with him and Fox as the first line of defenseman. And honestly, watch out for Braden Schneider on the defensive line there. He's a third line defensive guy. Obviously someone who is at this point kind of expendable. He's looking to kind of prove himself, and he's been playing pretty well on the road trip so far. And then we know about their forwards. We know about the ability to score. So I mean, it's just I really do think things could get ugly quick here for the Oilers. And I think a lot of it's gonna come from line number 1. We got for Capo Caco. All right, I'm watching Blake Wheeler a lot on that third line with Trocheck and Cooley, and Blake Wheeler is looking a little slow, man.
It's the age.
It is the age. He's
a little tread on the tires.
Everyone ages.
Yeah, everyone ages is fine. I mean, still, again, high hockey IQ, the experience, you love it. He's high, and he's a big body too. He's a physical forward. It works well with Trocheck, but I mean, the name of the Oilers game is speed. So I'm saying that a first line, Kreider, Zibanejad, Kakko, they're gonna be your main goal scorers here tonight. And I'm super stoked to watch this game. Big Thursday night, baby. Let's go.
I am so pumped. Sportsbook tonight. All the screens, the football, the basketball, the Rangers, the drinking, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great time, dude. Super jealous.
So I know I'm gonna catch some flack for this one.
Are you kidding right now?
I'm gonna go with the Bruins to go to 7-0. They're playing the Ducks.
I can't believe you, Ryan.
And I don't think that the Ducks have a chance. I mean, especially in Boston. Olmark in net, Tony, the Vezina. I think the Bruins, 5-1 over the Ducks. And I can't wait till we get a Rangers-Bruins game. That's going to be fun, no?
That is going to be fun. I'm excited.
Don't you think, Riley, though? I mean, not even a competition.
Yeah, this is a layup. I mean, we go to 7-0. It's the Ducks at home playing a top 3 team in the league.
Can't believe you, Brian.
But great pick, Brian, I will say.
I know you weren't here last season here, Riley, but I was a frequenter of the Bruins on our pick segment because they won a lot of games. They won many games. Honestly, it really was almost every game I was picking them. Yeah. And Brian. Oh, just the jokes and the pokes and the scuds towards me last year about picking the Bruins, Tony's favorite team. And now here we go. I think Brian has picked them, 3 times now. 3 times.
You could be a Bruins fan.
I'm not a Bruins fan.
How about second favorite team?
No, it's not.
No. I will admit, though, and I definitely don't like the Bruins, but at the same time, it's a little different for every other, besides football and baseball, I don't have that major, oh my God, I can't stand them. And maybe it's because I haven't been following hockey as long. I mean, were there times where, the Rangers and Bruins had a pretty good rivalry or no?
Oh yeah. I mean, of course it's Boston, it's New York.
Right.
It
doesn't seem like though the last couple of years, it's
I don't like them. I don't like the Rangers. like when we play them, I want to kill them. But it's not like when we play Toronto. Toronto. We played in the playoffs like 3 years in a row. We hate Toronto, and Montreal. But New York is mostly just. It's kind of like Yankees, Red Sox. It's just like you're playing New York, and if you're a Boston fan, you just want to beat New York. It's not really rated.
And I think as I get, longer into like, following the Rangers, I'm sure it'll be like that. But I think it's just different now, because it's a newer thing for sure. But it'll be fun to watch those games this year. By the way, Tony, I did slide ahead of you, with that Capitals pick. I kind of did set the bait yesterday, so I will say that. But nevertheless, I was giving you the better team. They just didn't step up. So it's kind of like Brian Cashman, with the players, same thing.
Yeah. Maybe you should make my picks for me more often.
Well, you could have took the Caps, Tony.
Yeah, I know. I could have. I went.
You did agree to it. I did kind of give you the option. I just offered to take the dog. But that being said, Tony, what do you got? And by the way, it's 18-17 with the picks. But what do you got for number 2?
Easy money here. I think I'm going to go with a little bit of an underdog. I'm kind of surprised, but give me the Red Wings here at home. They're hosting the Jets. Dylan Larkin being a big highlight there for the team so far. 14 points, dude. Pretty crazy. You have 4 goals, 10 assists. All 10 of those assists are coming on the power play, I believe, which is pretty intense. So obviously, Detroit power play unit being pretty, I guess, efficient, I should say, pretty lethal. They're on I think a 5-game win streak after losing their first game, right, the season opener, and they just lost to Seattle in overtime. The record's 5-1-1 here. So I think a little bit of a reset, that you see it a lot in hockey too, where they get streaky with the wins, they get one loss, and they go back to winning some games here. And I just think Winnipeg, I don't know. I really don't know why. Like, I'm trying to see. I know Jeff Petrie could be day-to-day. Debercat could also be day-to-day, but he's probably playing. Like, I'm not seeing any. I don't know why Winnipeg is favored here, -115. I know it's a tight favorite. But I just think pound for pound, I know Hellbuck is probably a good goalie. James Reimer in net confirmed for the Red Wings. That's probably why. I want to say he gets his first start of the year, maybe second. Actually, Reimer's had 2 starts already. 1 shutout. Get the hell out of here. He's pitched a shutout already. 2 wins. 9.63 save percentage. So I guess through his first 2 starts here, he's been actually playing pretty well. So yeah, give me the Red Wings. Why wouldn't I even take them, dude? Give me the Red Wings. I would say 3-1. Let's go, Larkin.
So for my second pick here, I am gonna go with the Islanders to bounce back here. They're 2-2-1 so far in the early going. They're hosting Tarasenko and the Senators, who have been 3 up to this point, as well. And I just think, they're going to bounce back. I know the last couple games, haven't been great. But I could just see, this matchup at home, Sorokin, the crowd behind them, get the veterans involved and, Sydney Esiason, Tony, and Matt Martin. I'm sure she'll be in the crowd with Boomer. Give me the Islanders. Give me Palmieri, 2 goals and an assist. Horvat as well. Sorokin shutout 4-0 Isles.
Wow. All right, dude. I know you like the Islanders too this year.
Good. The prices, Tony, honestly.
Is it the prices?
But also, I would have already went to a Rangers game already, but at this point, we're going to go in a couple weeks, so let's go.
Let's go. It's right. All right.
Tony,
number 3.
Oh, my mother's in the building. My mother in
Hello.
the building. It's Thursday. She's off today. She's probably chilling at home, maybe making some breakfast at 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe right now. That sounds good. Probably a little Nespresso machine, half a bagel with a fried egg. That's like her nice go-to sometimes. Or sometimes she just doesn't even eat, just the coffee. But yeah, dude.
So what were you thinking for number 3?
I know I'm sitting here, I'm trying to decide. I like the Maple Leafs, a dog here in Dallas.
That's the best game of the night. That game's gonna be sick.
Right?
Someone's got to touch that game.
I think the Maple Leafs blow them out.
Yes. Touch it.
I will touch it, and I will say the Maple Leafs do pull it out. I'm taking another dog here.
Well, a lot of dogs.
In Dallas. The dogs will hunt, baby. The dog, dude.
Dog.
Again, I'm kind of surprised. I understand, the Dallas Stars have not lost in regulation yet. They are 4-0-1 on this season. Maple Leafs have had a couple disappointing losses at 4-2. But hey, they're on a 2-game win streak. They just beat Tampa Bay in overtime. They just took care of business in Washington, beating them 4-1. I know the Stars are on a little bit of a hot streak of their own, just beating Pittsburgh 4-1, which is pretty interesting. I think that these two teams will be going toe-to-toe all night. It looks like Samsonov is going to be getting the nod to start there for the Maple Leafs. Samsonov having a little bit of a rough start, letting up a lot of goals so far in his first 3 starts. But obviously able to, survive on the heels of the Maple Leafs offense. But he's averaging 4.34 goals against right now. But you'd imagine he's going to bring that down with a few more starts. And obviously, William Nylander, leading the team with 10 points, 5 goals, 5 assists. Austin Matthews has 7 goals. He had that hat trick night, I think, a couple of days ago. He is a dog. And, I know Austin Matthews is a great player, but I think that your X factor tonight for the Maple Leafs will be Johnny T, baby. I say he gets the hat trick with 2 assists as well. That's right. 5 points on the night for him, supporting the Maple Leafs victory, as Samsonov maybe has, maybe he saves like 31 of 33 and Maple Leafs win 5-2.
All right, and I needed to take a dog, Tony, and you look at the recent play, nothing suggests it, and it's more of a law of averages thing. But I'm gonna take the Penguins.
Wow.
Against Colorado here.
Wow, what a dog!
You look at the last 3 games, they've been outscored 14-6. Not playing well. We know they're a talented team, though. A lot of veterans, Erik Karlsson coming over, and obviously this will be a good matchup in net between Jari, Tony, and Gorgie. I think it's close, but I think the veteran team here figures out a way to pull it out late. I'm going to say Karlsson, the game winner, 1.5 minutes to go, and the Penguins in a tight one take the under, defeat the Avalanche 3-2. How about that one?
That's pretty crazy. Speaking of a tight one, I think that's a terrible decision. I really thought you would have went with your Flyers, honestly. But I know you have a soft spot for Karlsson.
Well, but you know what it is? Like last night or yesterday, whatever. Like that game with the Capitals, I hated. Like I would never take that pick, but it just felt like just do something opposite because you just keep taking what you think is going to happen, and you have to like mix in some like opposite of what you're kind of initially feeling.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Speaking of the opposite, if anyone's looking for a true underdog play tonight, take the Sharks in Tampa. Tampa's minus 305 right now. Just thinking, Tomas Hertl, have a good night.
Dog.
That's a freaking dog, dude. Sharks haven't won a game yet. 5-1. Law of averages, dude. Lightning could be kind of like overlooked spot. They also haven't lost a game at home yet in regulation. So I don't know, Brian. Think about it. Sportsbook, the TVs, dude.
Mackenzie Blackwood, Tony. But I'm not wasting my time with that garbage because there's a lot of other good games tonight. So that's going to be pretty low on the totem pole.
At the casino, you got a couple of extra bucks to throw up there.
Yeah, but put it on the Rangers, not the Sharks.
Extra bucks, like extra, you know about it.
Yeah. That's a lot of extra. But what a time in sports, I have to say. A lot going on right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm loving your NBA talk with Riley, dude. It's great. I was actually thinking, on the car ride today, I was like, oh man, like NBA season's up. Like, we got to talk about it. And I don't do NBA, Riley. It's not like that's not my bag.
Yeah.
And what's helping me is, and I always have a team, but I love having like a fantasy basketball team too. So that kind of like keeps me into it. And like I said, I did feel like they're like the Knicks and the Celtics, the whistles in the third quarter were a little annoying. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, I just thought people were trying. Like people like seemed into it, and that's what I've missed with the NBA the last.
So you're back, dude.
When they play like that, yeah. But I mean, the thing is, what's it going to look like in a month, in 6 weeks?
Well, that felt like playoffs last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you know what did piss me off though? I saw that commercial for the tournament. Oh my god,
The in-season tournament.
Oh,
I hate
my
it.
god. Do you know, like, with that and like the schedule? Because I haven't looked at the full schedule. How many games like did they take out of the already set schedule for that?
So no games were taken out of the set schedule.
So they're gonna play more games.
No. The teams in your pool.
Yeah.
Okay. Those teams you already play in the regular season. The regular season game against them is going to be a tournament game in a pool. So like it starts on November 2nd. In the Celtics division is the Magic. Like they already going to play the Magic 3 times. One of those or two of those games now are going to be tournament games. So they're going to matter towards the tournament and your regular season record.
But what if you is there a scenario where you would play somebody that's not in your pool in the championship game that you already played that season?
Yes. Yeah.
So because I thought I heard like teams will end up playing like an extra game or two potentially.
If you go all the way to the championship, you will play 3 extra games.
Okay. But would you say like one of the worst ideas you've ever seen or no?
I don't like the idea just because of the idea that I have Jason Tatum playing in a game that means something in December and he rolls his ankle. Like that would piss me off so much. Like I wouldn't know how to act.
I mean, the one thing I'll say is, just thinking of stuff like in recent memory. And I know like this year was a poor example in baseball, but like, there was a lot of opposition to the wild card series. But I think overall, that's worked out pretty good. More teams being able to go for it. And then you think about the NFL, I have to say, I hated adding the extra game to the regular season. It seemed like 16 was a good number, as well as, adding that extra team in the playoffs. But super wild card weekend, when you have all those games, nobody's complaining. Nobody's complaining about an extra week of regular season games. So at the end of the day, when you have a good product and there's more of it, we're going to consume it.
Yeah, and they want to make more money too. So
yeah.
Speaking of a good product, we have quite a few comments to get to actually before we head out here. Let's start with my mother. Let's the breakfast
Talk
here.
About the breakfast.
She says an espresso with a third of a bagel with jelly.
Me and Tony don't know what an inner third of a bagel is. We need 3 bagels.
Yeah, honestly, so funny. But I will say, the whole bagel situation, and then I don't think Connecticut can really touch the bagels from Staten Island.
Well, it depends where you're going, and I'm telling you, Tony, and I know you'd have some snide comment when you went there, but I'm telling you, Lenny's Bagels, which originated in New York. Okay, I know it wasn't Staten Island, but originated in Rye, New York. You would be impressed with it. I swear to God.
Where is it?
Great bagels. Well, there's one in Cos Cob, and I think it's just Cos Cob and Rybrook.
Cabo.
Where are these places?
Tony, I love how you act like I'm just saying. There's no like town in Connecticut you'd say, and I'd be like, I've never heard of that. And you're trying to tell me you've never heard of Mamaroneck. I mean, come on,
Mamaroneck, dude. Cos Cob and
you were messing with me when you said you didn't hear of Mamaroneck, though.
Dude, Cos Cob and where's the other place? Reading,
Rybrook.
Rybrook. I've heard of.
Yeah, exactly. But you had heard of Mamaroneck. You were just messing with me.
I don't think I ever did, dude.
No, I can just tell.
My mother wants to know where you are, Brian.
I'm at Mohegan Sun, and yes, once again, it's not the Borgata, but I am looking forward to going there before the end of the year.
Oh man, my mother gets so hyped for the Borgata, dude.
What I was gonna say. Good, wow, Derek Ho, history.
Now.
He didn't say hi there.
Derek Ho, what's up, bud? Thank you. Good morning.
I didn't mention this the other night, Tony, and I'm sure you're gonna ask where it is, but we went out last weekend to White Plains on Mamaroneck Avenue.
Nice.
You would really like it, honestly. Like unbelievable. There was like 3 or 4 bars all next to each other. Huge outdoor area. There's probably 1,000 people combined at all 3 of these places.
Stop. Oh, really?
Like that jumping.
Dude.
Yes.
That's sick.
I think it's Brazen Fox, Hudson, and then Ron Black's. And they all have patios.
Ron Black's. I've been there.
Okay, but where do they like to the one in White Plains or no?
Yeah. When I played for White Plains, they were our sponsor. That bar.
Wait, when you played for
White Plains Rugby, the men's team.
Oh, I didn't. when was that?
2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They were.
Wait, did you like meet the owners at all?
Maybe once, but we used to have our drink ups there, like in the basement area. You have food for us and stuff. It was dope.
No. Quick story. You'll definitely crack up about this. But one time earlier this year, me and Pooch got paired up with the owners of Ron Block's at like a course in New York.
Oh my goodness.
And the best, Pooch never lets me live this down. But the guy tells me like where they work, what bar, and it's like with his accent, I couldn't tell. So I literally go, "Oh, I've never heard of Run Block. Where is that?" No, and then Tony, the best part is that's not the funniest part. So I guess the night before they were like getting fucked up or whatever, and the guy before he hits his first tee shot at Hudson Hills, no joke, okay, goes to throw up in the woods. And then goes, "Holy shit, I'm shitting out of my arse."
What?
I swear to God, dude. This is before he hits a tee shot.
So he had shit in his pants?
And he's throwing up, yeah. I guess it's just an Irish phrase, but I'm telling you, what a place. Like, we got to go there.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm down. I'm always down. Always down, dude.
No, but really, White Plains is a vibe, though, honestly. It's just a good switch up because I feel like the places in Stanford, I've been there so many times, so it's just nice to go somewhere different.
Yeah, no, yeah, I totally agree.
And I'm sure there's some good eateries in White Plains as well.
Oh, yeah, dude. And you're not too far from Walter's Hot Dogs, dude.
Oh, right. Walter's Hot Dogs. 1 to 10, Walter's Hot Dogs go.
9.
What does it need for the 10? The buns aren't toasted enough?
No, I think they didn't have any sauerkraut there.
Oh, you and sauerkraut, we know.
Yeah, like what? Like,
Used to eat it out of can.
Like,
no, but that is,
dude.
Honestly, how could they be like a heralded hot dog?
Oh, we lost Brian. Lost Brian. Oh.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Someone tried to call me and it just messed everything up.
Oh, you're blowing it, dude.
Yeah.
Wait,
can you still not see me?
Yeah, we can't see you.
What the fuck?
Sorry, dude.
Lost Porzingis.
Oh, I was at Michael Theophil. Knew the Knicks would lose. Porzingis 30 points in the real Garden. We should have never let him go.
You guys all wanted to let him go.
Honestly, I feel like the narrative back then, maybe not Mike though. I'm sure Mike didn't want to.
They cheered fuck Porzingis last night in the Garden. So
really,
yeah,
that's tough, dude. What else we got? Michael says midseason is so lame for NBA. Yeah,
very true.
Lonnie says they said you was going to say that too. And he goes, that's why we are family, Yanni. Yeah, some good looking food spots in Westchester. Lonnie says, yeah, they know you so well. The bars in Stanford. Midseason is taken from NBA 2K League playbook. That's funny, dude. Brian, back in the business now.
I'm back.
He's back. He's back.
How crazy though? Like I can't decline a call and then everything has to go.
Yes, Brian. Brian, how do you not like you gotta be that blackjack table with this playing?
Yes. Or intro by the XX.
Yeah.
I feel like the song is growing on you guys.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
I saw it last night like 5 times on commercials.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been noticing a lot more too.
Yeah.
Wow.
But were you gonna say how is a hot dog place heralded? And
without sauerkraut. I mean, that's BS. You're not a hot dog place if you don't have sauerkraut. Come on.
I know it's tough because it's one of those old places that are just grandfathered into their ways, you know.
Grandfathered.
Yeah, but when was that? Like the 1800s? Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I forget what year it was.
It wasn't 1800s. No way.
What's the name of this place?
Walter's Hot Dog. It may be like 1910 or something. It was like that. Walter's Hot Dog.
But it's the hamburger is that place in New Haven, right?
Yeah, fucking Louis Lunch, dude.
Sounds like you had a good experience there, Tony.
No, I've never been.
Okay.
But it's just like, it's like, bro, like, I don't know. I'm just sick and tired of Connecticut claiming that they've made things and that they're the best
my
thing.
God.
I just don't really have to. Dude, I had 1919, by the way, for Walter's Hot Dogs. Great job there. Dude, I had a woman last night tell me that New Haven by far the best pizza in the entire fucking world.
It is.
My asshole.
It is.
No, my asshole is the best pizza.
Is.
If you think that, then you should pucker up because my asshole tastes good. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not, dude. It's
yes,
not.
It is.
I do think, though. I do think.
You tried all of them.
I do think if we could do
Sally's Bar, Pepe's.
Modern.
I think we could do a box list taste test with Tony.
Oh my God.
That we could get him. I really
do it, dude. No, let's do it.
No, because it's you know what it is. You know what it is. it's programmed in your mind that Connecticut pizza
No,
can't
it's
be
not.
better than Staten
We'll
Island.
do
So
the
you
blind
just
taste test.
dismiss
First of all,
it.
honestly-
You just dismiss it from the start. That's the problem.
No. I am honestly kind of insulted. You think I don't have good taste buds? I can't recognize good
I
pizza?
think
No. I just think you don't
I'm not
allow
honest.
yourself to recognize.
I've had Frank Pepe's. I've had quite a few
What,
times.
the one in Fairfield?
No, both.
You know what the problem is? First of all, you're calling it Frank Pepe's. It's Pepe's, Tony. Come on.
What the fuck ever, okay, dude? They're lucky I'm even
called that.
saying
It's
it.
not called
They're
that.
lucky I'm even saying their name right now, okay? With their stupid freaking billboard in Fairfield. Oh, it's tomato pie season. Shut up, dude. Your pizza sucks. Okay, I've seen rats by your area in Fairfield. That's right. Bring in the noise, okay, dude? I've had Modern too. Modern is okay. Bar is atrocious. Fucking mashed potatoes and bacon. Like I don't
That's
want
one
that.
type of pizza that
Oh,
they have.
it's not.
It doesn't
No, you
define
go to
the
bar,
place.
you got- What's your best pie? Mashed potato and
Bar's
bacon.
not a pizza
All right,
place,
I'm gonna go get a burger somewhere else. Honestly, mashed potatoes and bacon.
Bar's not a
I'm gonna go to
pizza
Jack
place.
Dempsey's and get shepherd's pie if I want mashed potatoes. All right, and then Sally's is really good. I'll give that.
No,
Sally's gets the nod for me. They're delicious pizza, the best in New Haven, but by far they do not touch
No.
Staten Island pizza.
No, but you're acting like this is a crazy take. It's
it's
not.
yeah, it's not, Tony. You're too. You have a. You have a.
I'm not acting as
You have a. You have a complete. You have a complete. You have a complete hard on for Staten Island, and you can't let it go.
Yeah,
Wait,
because
yeah,
it's good.
yeah.
Have you had Staten Island pizza? No.
Yeah,
So how do you know?
The best pizza in the world.
Because
is from
I
your
just
hometown.
know I don't even need to try it, Tony. I can
Yeah,
just
that's
tell you.
called a bias.
Yeah.
No, Brian
No,
is biased.
No, somebody's at the door. I don't know what's going on. They're probably yelling at me.
Oh, really? It's 10 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing?
Colony Pizza.
No, I think maybe Brian, hired a few women to come over to his apartment, this place, the hotel.
Within an hour, if you could send someone, then is that okay?
Yes, no problem.
Okay.
So, but in the meantime, you see the privacy
Oh,
and
I'll
the
put that
service,
on.
you can put a privacy whenever you're ready, nobody's in there.
And then
you
I'll
can
just
push
turn it
the
off.
stuff.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Ha Tony, come on.
Hey, that's how you handle it. That's how you handle it, okay?
You were both very nice and cordial and professional, dude. Can you just put the fucking privacy thing on your
Because
door
I
next
was
time?
nervous. I thought it was a noise complaint, honestly.
Wait, Josh.
And
Josh
they're
Bees-
like, this guy's over here talking about Staten Island hard-ons. Like, what's he talking about?
Yeah. You said Staten Island's best pizza in the world. How about Italy?
Better than Italy?
Tony's never been there.
I've never been there. Never had Italian pizza. Never had pizza from Italy.
So it's kind of like Brian never having Staten Island pizza and saying that New Haven's.
Yeah, but see, I've had Staten Island and New Haven pizza, and I think Staten Island pizza is by far the best.
I just, you know what it is, to be honest? Like, and
comparison.
I know we're forecasting, we're projecting, but I have a feeling if I did try it, I would say that it's comparable. But I just think it's ridiculous the way you talk about it. You think that it's like, oh my God, how don't even say it in the same sentence.
Brian, I'm telling you right now. Never go back. Never go back. I don't want to see articles. All right. I don't want to see articles. I don't want to see the prez of Barstool. Okay. I don't want. Yeah. Tastingtable.com. They definitely know.
I don't need a website, Tony. I can tell with my own mouth.
Wow. Number 17, Providence, Rhode Island. That
Hell
looks
yeah,
like
man.
dog shit.
You
That
look
looks
like
like
What pizza? What pizza? What's the place in Providence called?
Where
That's
is that?
from Al Forno.
That looks disgusting.
Dude,
Wait, it's called Al Forno?
dude.
There's tiny little pools of sauce on overcooked naan.
Yeah, but we also came in
It was like
17th.
overcooked naan.
You're arguing for 17th place.
All right, shouldn't even make the list. Shouldn't even make the list. First of all, why is there
Wait,
19?
wait.
That number is 19. It's the 19 best.
And then also, Josh B
Why
is
19?
saying
Could make one more.
Brooklyn pizza is better than Staten Island, and he says, "I'm sorry, Barnes. I'm all on Tony's side here. It's no comparison." But I do have to question though if Josh B has had Connecticut pizza. I feel like he hasn't.
Josh B probably
Besides Southport pizza,
is great too.
and that's not New Haven pizza.
I would be on the side of just New York City in general has better pizza than Connecticut. I know that for a fact.
I have to say, I've had some pretty bad pizza from the
Spumoni
city.
Gardens, dude. But I just want to say that the article that Riley pulled up, number 1 says New York City. Number 1 is New York City. Number 2 is New Haven. So you can all eat
But you don't.
Well, actually, but Staten Island is in New York City.
You don't agree.
What?
Yeah,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's a separate borough. Tony. It's a different borough.
It's a borough of New York. It's literally New York City. I can write.
Staten Island is not the city, though. Staten Island is not the city.
Yeah, but you also don't agree with that list.
It
You
is.
also-
I don't agree with
No,
the
it's not.
list. Bullshit. Tasting table, whatever,
Yeah, but-
can go
okay,
kick rocks.
So there we go.
I'm just saying, but you
So
agree.
yeah, exactly. And
You
on top of
agree.
I don't
You
really I don't
agree.
take credit for the city. Staten Island isn't even close to the
I
city.
didn't bring it up. I didn't bring anything up.
You Googled that shit.
I did Google that shit.
And also, fucking Staten Island, I don't want to hear it. It's a borough of New York City. It is New
It's
York.
not even close to the city. The city is Times Square, Tony. It's not
What are you
Staten
talking
Island.
about, dude? What are you talking? The city
Staten
is
Island is a completely different area. Why do you have to take a
You're a
boat
tourist.
over there,
You're a
Tony?
tourist,
To take
dude.
a boat.
Yeah, because it's an island, and so is Manhattan. Manhattan's an island too. You have to take a boat over there.
Ridiculous. Oh man.
I'm glad we all came to agreement.
So you know what's interesting? Josh B says, "Wait, what does he mean the L and B, Tony?"
That's
L&B is a pizzeria.
Yeah, all my.
Oh, okay. And then he says he knows nothing about the grandma pie. What's the grandma pie?
The grandma pie is a very specific Sicilian type of pie. At
okay. So
no, like most pizzerias have a grandma pie where it's like Sicilian, but it's a little thinner. And
but you're telling me it's light years ahead of Southport's Sicilian or no?
L&B takes the cake, dude.
Do you think Colony makes good pizza?
Yeah, sure. Do you?
Yeah.
I mean,
they're okay now since they have a New York location.
Yeah.
In Port there, so Tony's okay with it.
Oh yeah.
No. First of all, pizza outside of the city also significant decline. Okay, I'm not advocating.
Well, Staten Island's out of the city, so I guess it's on
Staten Island's in this. It is New York.
Not
City.
the city.
Yes,
dude.
it is, dude.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is. Look it up. It's 5 boroughs.
Right.
New York City
No, I
consists
understand
of
that.
5 boroughs.
I understand.
All those boroughs make up New York City. Manhattan isn't New York City. Manhattan is Manhattan. People just call
Yeah,
it
but
city
Manhattan's
because they're
the
from
city,
Connecticut,
though.
and they don't know what they're talking about.
The only thing I would say is, would anybody say I'm going to the city today and then go to Staten Island, Tony?
No.
Come on.
It depends. I mean, they can
No,
say
it depends,
only
dude.
Brooklyn. I mean, I don't say because I'm from Staten Island, so I say I'm going to go back to the island today.
The island.
But I think you could even acknowledge, though, it's widely accepted that if you say you're going to the city, you're talking about Manhattan. That's all.
That's correct.
all.
That's correct. Yeah, because it's the most famous borough.
So I just don't want this list to give Staten Island credit when it's not what they're talking about.
No,
That's
I'm
all.
going to the city today. What part of the city? Oh, I'm going to go to Brooklyn. Okay.
But if you said Staten Island, that's not the city.
Who? Maybe you would say that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Good
All
stuff,
right.
though.
By the
Good
way,
stuff.
nationally, a lot of pizza in New Jersey is
All right.
better than Connecticut.
I don't think I don't know about that.
New Haven is like arguably the best pizza in the country.
Arguably.
Yeah. No, it is.
Sure.
So like at Jersey, other things like,
I could probably say Domino's is arguably.
and I would
the greatest
arguably
pizza.
say that was one of the dumbest statements I've ever heard.
Arguably, though. I can
Yeah, me
argue
too.
that.
Actually, I wouldn't even throw arguably in front of that. I'd say that is one of the dumbest statements I've ever heard.
Arguably.
No.
But let's get some pizza now.
Dude, I'm fucking starving
No, we're
right now,
doing
dude.
the blind taste test.
Yeah, blind taste test. Tony's gonna slip up.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to somehow get pizza from Staten Island, I
Blindfolded.
guess.
No, you have to get the pizza from Staten Island.
Then how would it be a blind taste test if I get the fucking pizza from Staten Island?
No, because you're gonna deliver it to us. Okay, it's gonna be all plain pizzas,
Yeah.
and we're gonna just we gotta call it honestly.
No, I think we got to call it now. And I will say,
All right.
we've done this blind taste test before. Joe and Pat Staten Island won. We did it like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Michael will tell you. But what a show.
But I think there were some questionable contestants
Is it on
in that
video?
test.
I mean, I knew what the pizza
Is it on
was.
video?
I knew it is on video. I knew what the pizza was.
Okay.
But like
you
Matt,
knew though. You're
Matt
talking about the
didn't know.
water
Matt
stuff.
and the other judges didn't know. Obviously, I got the pizza from Staten Island, so I knew which
Well, we'll
one.
do it
you
for
know?
everyone.
Yeah, we
so
do.
Then,
So
Yeah.
we're gonna take it out of the box, mix it around. You're not
who
gonna.
wins? We have 3 people.
Yeah.
So
And we're gonna do blind. We're gonna do blindfold too.
Yeah, blindfold. Yeah, I don't even care.
yeah. No,
Put
yeah.
earplugs on
Oh,
me,
it has
too.
to be blindfolded.
Yeah, it
because
has to be.
You're gonna be embarrassed, Tony.
I'm not gonna be
You're
embarrassed.
gonna get it
I
right.
have such confidence in my pizza. It's ridiculous.
Oh, you have the confidence
himself.
But yeah, what a show, fellas.
Yeah, what a show, what a life. We gotta get out of here. Riley's gotta get to class.
Football frenzy tomorrow.
Football frenzy tomorrow. We got more hockey to recap the Rangers' victory. amongst other victories, my victories, obviously.
Bruins victory.
More pizza talk, dude.
Yep.
But yeah, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Josh, the company, Lonnie, Matt Ryan, a little quiet today, but he was still here.
He'll be full effect tomorrow.
Devils, yes, definitely. Michael for commenting. My mother making time out of her busy day. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and you can enjoy this episode Sports Board every day. 10 a.m. is the normal time, weekdays, Monday through Friday. Of course, we have this Sunday. Put it on your calendars, 6:30 Horseshoe. That's going to be a great idea, too. A great episode. So keep that on your calendars ahead of time here. And, of course, the archives, Downtime TV's YouTube channel. You can find myself, Renee, Michael, and Jay in costume. Maybe take a little look at some one-on-one basketball videos on our channel as well as following us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, even too, Twitter or X app if you're into that right now. And yeah, enjoy the games. Let's go Rangers, and we will see you all
Mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.